Hey guys, and welcome back to Kindle English. Thank you guys for joining my channel. For my new viewers, definitely thank you so much for coming to my channel. And don't forget to subscribe because subscribing is free. Share and like my videos as much as you possibly can. And definitely you guys can always come back and watch my videos. That's why I'm telling you to subscribe. Now, to my new subscribers, I definitely want to thank you for supporting me so much and keep on sharing my videos with all of your friends and family members so they can see what's going on in this channel. And hopefully I can help you as best as I can with improving your English. And who knows, you might be able to communicate well that you thought you couldn't communicate before, but now you can. So, have you guys heard about the news from the US? It was all about a policeman and an innocent man who apparently got harassed by the police for doing something that, according to the police, was actually illegal. Well, you know, it might have actually been illegal, but it wasn't to the point where he was holding a gun and so on and so on. But if you haven't heard about the news, read it on the news, and then if you have, definitely let me know down in the comments below and give me your concerns and your comments based on what you think should have happened. So what we're going to do today is definitely talk about the future tense. This is the continuation, or at least part 3 of the series that I have given before, which was part 1. It was all about the present tense. Part 2 was about the past tense, and now you guys are watching this one, which is all about the future tense. The future tense is definitely a little bit more complicated than the 2 previous ones that you have already watched. It consists of the future simple, the future continuous, then future perfect simple, and then future perfect continuous. In a minute, what I'm going to do is definitely go through each one, and hopefully you guys will be able to understand the use and how to use it as much as you possibly can. I want you to also remember that when it gets towards the end, it might be a little bit complicated, but hopefully if you rewind the video as much as you possibly can to be able to understand how it works, then you can do that. The first one we're going to be talking about is the future simple. Now, there are 2 different kinds of future simple, which is will and going to. Now, the first sentence I'm going to give you as an example will be, I will go jogging tomorrow. This means, aku akan pergi jogging besok. Now, this example definitely shows you that when we use will, we use it to talk about something we are saying at the moment of speaking, but then again, when it comes to tomorrow, we don't know if the plans will change or not. That's why it's best to use will. The second example is using going to. I'm going to have a birthday party tomorrow at 3 o'clock at Pizza Hut. Now, the reason why we use going to, it's because it is already a planned decision before speaking. Maybe a few days or a few weeks or even a few years, we had already planned it before that at 3 o'clock tomorrow I'll be having a birthday party, or I'm going to have a birthday party at 3 o'clock at Pizza Hut. So it gives you the idea that it's a plan that has already been made beforehand. Okay, the next one is definitely the future continuous. Now, the future continuous, I would say, has a connection with the present continuous because the form is the same. The example sentence I'll give on this one will be, Sheena is meeting Tom at 3 o'clock at the library. Now, this one will translate to, Sheena akan bertemu Tom jam 3 di perpus. This has a time and a date and a place when the two people are going to meet and where, and that's very important. It is definitely a little bit different than using going to and will. Even though going to is the ing form, this one uses the straight verb with the ing form, and then you will definitely have to input a time and a place because it is considered a future arrangement. The next one is going to be the future perfect simple. Now, I apologize when I try to translate these sentences into Indonesian because they're very difficult for me, and then my pronunciation isn't so good, so I apologize for that, okay? So the sentence I'm going to give you as an example is going to be, she will have finished her homework by 10 p.m. tonight. This translates to, sebelum jam 10 dia akan sudah selesai dengan tugasnya. This is talking about a moment you finish your homework in this case, or a moment that you finished an action. It will be finished before a certain time in the future. In this case, it's going to be 10 o'clock. So the last tense we'll be talking about is the future perfect continuous. Now this tense is a little bit more difficult because it deals with a certain duration in the future. The example sentence I'll give you is, Nathan will have been climbing a mountain for 2 hours by 8 a.m. So in this case, it translates to, and once again, I apologize for my Indonesian being so bad, so hopefully you guys will understand what I mean. Sebelum jam 8 pagi, Nathan sudah mendaki gunung selama 2 jam. So that relates to a time that Nathan had climbed the mountain, for how long he had climbed the mountain, by a certain time in the future. So he, for example, let's say he started climbing the mountain at 5. And then before it reached 8 o'clock, he had already been climbing up the mountain for 2 hours. That's how long, and that's the duration of the period he has been climbing the mountain by the time it reaches 8 a.m. in the morning. So hopefully by the end of this video, you guys will be able to understand and use the future tense properly. And make sure you review these videos again. I repeat, make sure you review these videos again. Sorry if you guys don't understand. And it's okay because English takes time, and most of the time when it comes to spoken English, it's not used so often, this proper English way of saying things, but it's definitely good for writing. So if you guys are actually practicing something for, let's say, test preparations in the future, then you can definitely use these tenses in your writing pieces and in your speaking pieces if you feel comfortable doing so. But when it comes to speaking for casual conversation, you don't necessarily have to worry about it unless you're talking to somebody very important. Then yes, you have to worry about using proper English most of the time. Okay, so that's the end of my video, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed everything that I have to give for you in my 3-part grammar series, and make sure you guys stay tuned for more videos coming up. I will also be definitely talking about that George Floyd issue in the future, and I have a whole lot of things to say about that. You guys have no idea. Me being here in Indonesia and not being able to voice my opinion over there is very complicated for me. It really hurts my feelings though that that had to happen. And now it's even worse because the people are not just fighting off a virus, but they're fighting off really bad law enforcement that's trying to control everybody and confuse everybody based on what they think they know. So hopefully you guys in Indonesia and everywhere else stay safe, stay at home, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos. And of course, not to forget, hit that bell for more notifications. See you guys in the next video.